Yes folks, welcome back. This is the first video of a new series we're doing called Dream Team. We're going to get all the regular contributors to pick their Celtic Dream Team with their favourite players throughout their lifetime of watching Celtic. So before we get started, here are the rules. You can't have any current players in your team and you're allowed 2 wildcard choices. One can be a Lisbon Lion and the other one can be a player that you didn't actually live to see but you want to have in your team. I'm going to go first. We'll start in goals as we always do, just like the starting 11 predictions. There's only really one man in my lifetime when I think of watching Celtic, other than the current goalkeeper who obviously isn't allowed. It's Artur Boruc. What a signing he was when he came into the team under Gordon Strachan. His performances here in the Champions League were absolutely unreal. Everybody who played with him said he could have been world class, he could have been one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. And you could argue that when he was at Celtic he was one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. What a shot stopper, a lot of charisma as well, filled the goal, a hero for a lot of fans while he was here. So without a doubt he's my goalkeeper for this Dream Team. On to right back, we've known a lot of brilliant right backs over the years, certainly in my time as a Celtic supporter. Again, there's only one choice here and it's Jackie McNamara, an absolute stalwart in the Martin O'Neill era. Came in mid-90s as well, played for Celtic for over 10 years. A lot of appearances, he won 4 league titles, 3 Scottish Cups, 3 League Cups. An absolutely outstanding servant to the club. Captained the team as well. As I say, so many honours. Brilliant right back, the outstanding choice, certainly for my lifetime watching Celtic so far. So Jackie McNamara at right back, into centre half. Another stalwart in the Martin O'Neill era, Johan Mjällby. Signed by Joseph Venglos, right enough. Came in as a midfielder at first, which is easy to forget when you think about how good he was as a defender for Celtic. Again, won a lot of league titles in that time. Watching some games back, some of the classic games back in the last few weeks, the 3-0 game at Ibrox in April 2001, and Mjällby was absolutely fantastic, so aggressive, so strong. So of all the centre halves of the Martin O'Neill era, I need to put him in there over Balde, over Val Haran, because he was my favourite, and that's what this video series is all about. So it's Mjällby at centre half. Alongside him in my Dream Team, I'm going to use one of my wild cards, and it is the Lisbon Lion wild card, Billy McNeill, Mr Celtic. What a leader, what an inspirational figure in Scottish sport and Scottish football, never mind just in Celtic history. And I could get in big goals for corners as well, so that'll do no harm in this team. As we go further up the park, you'll see we've got brilliant delivery for set pieces as well. But what can you say about Billy McNeill? Record appearance holder, captain of the Lisbon team, just an absolutely iconic figure for the club. Manager, ambassador, what a man. So he's in there alongside Johan Mjällby. Means I've left it a lot of big names. Virgil van Dijk was one I considered. He was very, very good while he was here, and you knew he was going to go into big things, and obviously a lot of people talk about him as the best in the world now, but I've went for Mjällby alongside Big Billy. Left back, only one man for it, Mo Kamara. No, I'm only kidding. Only one man for it, Kieran Tierney. Definitely, again, like at the right hand side, know a lot of brilliant left backs in my time watching Celtic. Kieran Tierney is the outstanding player in that position. Obviously come through the youth academy. He's currently the most expensive player in Scottish football. £25 million, I think that an academy product made that amount of money for the club is quite amazing. But obviously a lot of people upset that he left, and it's done now, but I think that will be my one abiding memory, that he just left a wee bit too soon. But while he was here, part of that amazing treble winning squad, he is the outstanding player at left back in my years watching Celtic so far. So there you go, a back four, McNamara, Mjällby, McNeill and Tierney. Into midfield, we're going to go with a diamond. Let's not worry about formations, it's a Dream Team. My second wild card is just at the bottom of the diamond, Paul McStay. Again, an iconic figure, a difficult time for Celtic. I just missed him. I was born in '93, so I don't quite have any memories of Paul McStay playing for Celtic, but you can see when you watch back the videos for the classic games in the 80s and the 90s, how good a player he was, how good a midfielder he was. And as I say, a truly iconic figure for the club in that time. So I've got to have Paul McStay in my team, and he's going to be at the bottom of that diamond in the midfield. On the right hand side, this is maybe the only Gordon Strachan player for his era. It's Shinsuke Nakamura. When he came in, nobody knew too much about him, but he was absolutely terrific. Technically, a wonderful, wonderful footballer. His delivery for set pieces, obviously his free kicks, which everyone associated with him. When my first year as a season ticket holder here was 2008-2009. It was actually his last year, Gordon Strachan's last year as well. But when you seen him up close, you could see what a good footballer he was. The way he took the ball, the way he received it, his touch was brilliant, his vision was absolutely amazing, and as I say, his technical quality for free kicks and set pieces, absolutely unrivalled. I remember a hat-trick up at Tannadice. Other than Craig Bellamy's hat-trick at Tannadice, which was obviously exceptional, Nakamura scored a brilliant hat-trick up there as well. So many goals stand out, obviously the one against Man United, two against Man United, but the one here and the 1-0 victory last minute against Kilmarnock to win the league. I remember a chip here against Dundee United as well. I think it was Boxing Day. Just an absolutely amazing footballer, still playing at 41 years of age in Japan. That shows you how good an athlete he was as well. What a player. On the left hand side, another magician, another technically gifted footballer, one of the best that I've seen in my time watching Celtic, Lubomir Moravcik. Again, a great player for Martin O'Neill during that era. Came in under Joseph Venglos. So what an impact here in his first game against Rangers in the 5-1 game. 2 goals, absolutely magnificent performance, and he was just brilliant, 2-footed. Again, set piece delivery, absolutely fantastic. Just an absolute genius, a genius. So he's going to be on the left hand side. Between him and Nakamura, we'll have brilliant set pieces in this team, that's for sure. And then at the tip of the diamond, probably not his ideal position, but I've went with Stilian Petrov. I love Stilian Petrov when he was here. What a midfielder, just so powerful, running for midfield, getting goals, box to box. He was absolutely terrific. I remember being absolutely gutted when he left for Aston Villa. He was the last one of Martin O'Neill's era to leave, I think. He was here under Gordon Strachan for a season or two. He was absolutely brilliant, and that season, obviously everybody remembers the trophy presentation at the end of that season where he's not happy because he did want to leave, but a terrific servant for the club. And again, what a midfielder, goals. He'll be in there in this dream team. Him and McStay will need to do some sort of defending because I don't know what we'll get from Moravcik and Nakamura, but there you go. Petrov at the tip of the diamond. Up front, so many good players miss out here. I don't want to go through them all, I don't have all day, but Chris Sutton, obviously I wanted to put him in because of the man that you'll know who's coming next, but I went for Moussa Dembele coming in. I think he absolutely blew everybody away. Those 2 seasons that he had, I don't think anybody expected him to be that good. If you think back to when he first came in, his debut was actually against Lincoln Red Imps, which less said about that the better, but his first start against Rangers here, where Lee Griffiths was out and we were all unsure, and he banged in a hat-trick, and then from there he never looked back. A big game player, one of the best big game players I've seen in my time as a Celtic supporter. He always raised it in the big games, always brought a fantastic level of performance, had everything as well. He was powerful, a knack for scoring big goals, as I say, and he is obviously, other than Edouard who's playing just now, who I can't pick, he is the outstanding striker who's not in that Martin O'Neill team, so I had to go with him because he was so good. And you see him now playing for Lyon. I think he's going to go into bigger and better things than that as well. £20 million the club sold him for, an absolutely fantastic striker. And alongside him, obviously the main man, the best footballer I'll ever see play for Celtic, the 2001 European Golden Boot winner, 242 goals and 315 appearances for Celtic, played at 3 World Cups for Sweden, an absolutely world class, a truly world class footballer, Henrik Larsson. When you think about the amount of goals that he scored here, the amount of big goals he scored here, it's phenomenal. In all the derbies and European games, the Seville run, a great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals. He had absolutely everything: his touch, his vision, his aerial ability, the way he conducted himself, how professional he was, his temperament was fantastic. He was a leader. He went and played out of position at times when he had to. You remember that game at Dundee, we went down to 10 men, I think he went and played right back or something daft like that, still managed to score the winner. An absolutely world class footballer. As I say, the best player that I'll ever see here, and you see when he goes on, how many players leave Celtic and go into better things? Not too many, but how many players leave Celtic, go straight to Barcelona and then play a pivotal role in them winning the European Cup? What a footballer, what a man. He tops off the dream team. There you go, that's my 11 that I've picked. Hopefully, as we get some of the regular guys on to pick theirs, you'll see some different teams as well. We'll try and get people on of different ages who have seen a lot more players than I have, only in my mid-20s, so I've not got a big range of players to pick from really. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. If you want, you can comment with your own teams below, use the rules that we're using here, and give us your own teams in the comments. If you haven't already, don't forget to click subscribe below as well. Thank you.